Chapter 287. Alex honestly did not expect that these people would unexpectedly give him all these gifts. Moreover, the gifts that they were giving him were extremely expensive. Both sports cars cost at least $50 million each. The vases from the Ming dynasty were worth more than $50 to $60 million. Moreover, Faria even wrote him a check for $120 million. To be honest, Alex felt very indifferent toward all these gifts. First of all, a sports car was too showy, and he did not really like that. He did not like the vases all that much either because he rarely used things like that. As for the money, the last thing he needed in life was money. However, when Alex saw that the four of them were filled with so many expectations as they were eager for him to accept their gifts, Alex thought for a moment before accepting their gifts indifferently. Okay, I will accept these gifts. Thank you. Since they wanted to thank him and follow in his footsteps, he should accept their gifts. When everyone saw that Alex was willing to accept their gifts, they smiled in relief. Alex casually stuffed the $120 million check and the 2 smart bracelet keys into his pocket before putting the box of vase aside. After that, he said lightly, "All right, let's eat now." Everyone hurriedly replied, "Eat. Let's eat." Just then, Don Stephen stood and said, "Mr. Anderson, I will continue to keep guard outside the door." Alex nodded without asking him to stay. This was because he knew that the people seated around the table would not be able to accept it if Stephen were to have dinner with them. After all, no matter how good his character or personality was, Don Stephen was still a mobster boss, whereas the rest of them were all one of the richest or wealthiest people in town. After dinner, Alex declined Faria's offer to send him home and decided to walk home alone instead. Faria thanked him once again before driving her limited edition Bentley back to her villa. As she gripped the steering wheel with one hand and the 2 magical pills in her other hand, Faria wondered whether she should give both of the pills to her grandfather, or whether she should keep one of the pills for herself. If she gave both the pills to her grandfather, she would feel a little depressed because she would be missing out on this magical pill herself. However, if she kept one of the magical pills for herself, she could not help but wonder if her grandfather would be furious if he found out about it in the future. After putting some thought into it, the desire to possess the magical pill for herself overcame all the other worries in her mind. Faria carefully put the magical pill into the glove compartment in her car as she decided to hold on to the second pill first. If she needed it in the future, she would use it. If she had no use for it but her grandfather needed it, she would give it to him then. When that time came and if Faria successfully saved her grandfather's life twice with the magical pill, she believed that he would surely treat her differently. After she had arrived back at the villa, Lord Adair was lying on the sofa as he eagerly awaited Faria's return. When Alex had come to his house previously, he did not manage to improve the physical condition of his body even though he had managed to save his life. He was still feeling rather fragile and sickly. After several days of rest, he was starting to feel slightly better, but he still needed someone to help him if he needed to stand up or walk. For an arrogant and proud man like him, the physical inconvenience was one of his biggest regrets in life. Therefore, he was really pinning all of his hopes on the magical pill concocted by Mr. Anderson to regain his health and agility.